gotta find all these dang discords that I cross promote myself in. This will aid as well in the.
I know the feeling.
In the YouTube.
I don't know when I'm allowed to speak.
Never.
Oh, okay.
Yours actually here, so we have a third person to battle.
I'm just gonna put it on mute.
There you go. Do us all a favor, please. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I think we're all cross promoted. I hear the ferocious typing. Let's see if I have the right. Oh, I do have the right thing up. And just like that, we are live with episode 1 of the Pokeboomers. What's going to be probably the insanity breaking point for us all as we begin our Pokemon journey. Where do you all cross promote? Oh yeah, I forgot to. Hopefully no one uses the sound thing. I know I just said that, so someone's gonna do it. Okay, but like I said, gentlemen, we're here to start it. So we're gonna start off by introducing ourselves. The host, I'm Hugh with the Pokeboomers. Now I've been saying Hugh with Hugh Gaming for like the longest time, but that's just my Twitch handle. A little bit of my Pokemon history. Let's see. I've Nuzlocked successfully Gens 1 through 3 now. And I'm on 4. But it's kind of on hiatus for this whole Pokeboomers thing. I stream quite a bit on Twitch in the Pokemon space. But now we're launching this collab thing, and we're going to do that. I should have led with you guys so I could ask the questions. My questions I'm going to ask you guys is my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon. The relevance for this is Snorlax. Big duh is my favorite.
Respectable.
Yeah.
I can think of a couple Gen 1 Pokemon that you would say are your favorite.
Yeah.
Sandslash
is a close 2. It's a close 2. All right, but I think that's all you need.
And then Jinx.
Oh yeah. Jinx is up there definitely. Yeah. Totally. Yep. I can't get Jinx in.
Classic.
I can't get Jinx in yellow, so I'm still salty about that. But
oh no, how awful!
But why don't we have old Zed introduce himself first?
Hello, I am Zedword or Zed or Zach. I am part of the channel called Play Together, Stay Together. That's Play Together _ Stay. Play Together _ Stay Together. It's me and my wife play games together, but for Pokeboomers, it's just me.
You were like, no, Misty, you're not allowed.
I mean, yeah. This is man stuff.
Oh no! Way to go! Now we're canceled. We've been streaming for 3 minutes and 35 seconds. We're canceled. Thank you. We made it.
All right, we're on world record pace.
All right, good up first episode, guys. We're gonna go move to damage control now.
If there's one thing I'm good at, it's ruining things for other people.
Zed's been canceled.
We'll just make the apology video live.
Yeah, there you go. We'll start filming Pokeboomers After Dark. Stay tuned for the Zed apology tour. Sorry, but continue. I cut you off after you said something inappropriate.
Yeah, you drop in the favorite Pokemon question. That's always a hard one.
Yes. Oh, you gotta tell me your Pokemon history first, though.
Oh, Pokemon history. It's the history of Pokemon.
Oh, thanks.
Man, like since Gen 1, I was obsessed. So, and I never stopped. I've played every generation, and I like playing it kind of competitively. I don't really do it as much anymore, but I like to take place in tournaments and stuff. Just the free online ones, you know.
So he's gonna whoop me and Bimbert's ass, is what he's saying. He's being modest about it.
Hey, I came in last place in that tournament we had, so
you didn't know. I'm gonna chalk it up to you didn't know that you could put leftovers on everybody like everybody else did in the entire tournament. But
I did not know that, but that's okay. I'm not gonna say that was the only reason.
All right, but then, what's your favorite Gen 1 Pokemon?
I'm gonna have to go with Gyarados.
Oh man,
he's the only one I ever considered getting a tattoo of.
There you go, a neck tattoo. I hope.
I was just gonna go full Chinese dragon around my body with him.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I guess that brings it to me. I'm Vimbert. I stream over on twitch.tv/Vimbert. Lots of kind of just random story games. I like games where they have a lot of twists and turns, and so I can rant like a crazy conspiracy theorist about what's happening. But, you know, these days, mostly Pokemon. My Pokemon history is perhaps fits the Pokeboomers label the best out of the three. As a kid, I played Gen 2, I think something like 6 or 7 times through on my old copy of Silver, and then I basically didn't pick up a Pokemon game again. I played either Black or White version for a little while in college, but just kind of got bored of it. I played around with Soul Silver a bit when that came out, because it was a remake of games I know, but otherwise haven't really been in the whole Pokemon space until he was like, hey, you've been seeing me suffer, want to join Vimbert? And I'm like, oh god, I guess.
Exactly.
My favorite Gen 1 Pokemon is probably Pidgeot. I'm not really my memories are a little fuzzy on this, but I just remember my Gen 2 Pidgeot always being really solid. And if any of you who watched our kickoff tournament knows, I put Attract on a female Pidgeot and used it extensively
and effectively.
Yeah. And so, I don't know. I just liked that setup, and Fly is always really solid, and I appreciated the utility, so I like the bird.
The bird is in fact the word. So
The word.
so breaking it down, we got kind of like we got the least amount of experience with Vimbert. He's kind of like he is embodying the Pokeboomers, as he said. He's embodying the tag, and then I'm right in the middle. Like I kind of slacked on my history a little bit, but I played Gen 5 like a bazillion years ago, so I don't count that. But I've only gone up to seriously playing Gen 4, and then so I'm like right in the middle because there's 8 gens now, isn't there? Yeah, there's 8 gens.
Yep.
So and then Zed is the one that has experienced it all. All right,
Man, I hate being resident expert. It's awkward.
Such
the responsibility.
The responsibility is we just gonna come
it's
to
nice
you.
because you also kind of have an inbuilt excuse. You're like, oh, I remember how these work in like the more modern games where they fix some of them.
There you go.
I don't know about the janky Gen 1s.
Jank 1, baby.
I have ran into that a couple times.
Yep,
That's
and
the only thing that I think gives me any hope of survival in this, because I'm most familiar with the gen closest to the jank we're experiencing.
there you go. So before we dive into the rules, we're gonna go over our draft, how we did our draft. So there's 3 of us. There is red, blue, and yellow, and we did it the most democratic way possible. Is we all rolled dice to see who would get to draft, and we drafted starters first. So Zed won the draft, and you chose to pick Bulbasaur. What was your thought process behind Bulbasaur? Excuse me.
Oh, I think Vimbert picked first, didn't he?
Did you?
Did I?
I think so.
If you picked first, and you didn't pick Bulbasaur, you made a mistake. But all right.
Yeah, I sure did.
I definitely had my fingers crossed that he did not pick Bulbasaur. So. But,
yeah. Well, let's just say I picked first. Then it's
Yep. All right. Then we'll change the question to why'd you pick Squirtle, Vimbert?
I always like picking water types, and I wasn't thinking ahead to the PvP, when I have a starter that is getting type advantage from both of the other competitors. I wanted one that would give me a good solid start on Brock and just kind of be neutral versus Misty, I guess. I don't know. I always like water types, and I feel like if I have to try and go out and catch one, then I just find absolute garbage most of the time. Or else I have to switch straight up a Magikarp. So I wanted Squirtle, because I knew Squirtle would be reliable.
There you go. Solid reasoning. Blastoise is good. I know Zed and I have both done a Blast. Ironically, we didn't even plan it. We've both done a Blastoise only run, correct? You've done a Blastoise only run?
Yeah, I actually did it like way back when we were in Yuma.
Oh wow!
Like training in the desert, and I
there
just
you go.
To have a Game Boy with me. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, a little behind the scenes. I know both these two IRL. Whoa, crazy! But they don't know each other, so I'm the connecting bridge between the hosts. But now that I know that Zed went second, you had picked Bulbasaur.
I picked Bulbasaur. One main really the main reason is just because when I was a kid, Bulbasaur was always my starter. He was my favorite starter, so I always have favoritism towards him, even though everyone else liked the other two more. Which, I mean, the other two are cool, but I like Bulbasaur the most. I didn't even know he was easy mode until like this year, and
It's a nice added bonus.
yeah.
Yep. Nostalgia playing a factor in a Gen 1 event, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's like the theme of Gen 1. It's like Pokemon rose tinted glasses is what the version is, but
Yeah.
we'll get into that. We'll get into that. Yeah. So then
Why did you pick Charmander?
I don't know, man. It must have been that hole that I got stuck with Charmander. Now I'm gonna piss off the Charmander fans here right away. Zed already got us canceled, so it's fine.
Yeah, there goes. You're about to say something that gets rid of 90% of the Pokemon fan base. So
Charmander in Gen 1 is not great. Charizard's not great. So he's two types, right? He's fire flying when he gets fully evolved, if he gets fully evolved in our rule set. But the only stab flying move he can learn is fly, which is outlawed in our showdown experience.
just in Showdown, he can use it during gameplay.
I can use it during gameplay, but I don't think it's worth a move slot. We'll get into that when we get into the rules a little bit. But
and that's a Showdown rule. That's not us being like, no, fly is OP.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, we didn't ban fly because we thought fly was out of control. No, that's a Showdown rule. For all of our, we're doing Gen 1 OU, so Showdown kind of tells us how we're gonna play it. But yeah, no, I picked Charmander, which, it is what it is. Maybe I can make it work. I'll try to make it work. If not,
there's a lovely PC.
Yeah, exactly. But there's not a lot of fire types. I guess there's. I don't know.
No, it's true. There's not a whole lot. I mean,
Yeah.
You got Ponyta, you got Arcanine, you got Magmar, and
I don't get Magmar in yellow.
oh, well then.
But so now that we drafted our starters, we drafted the game order in reverse. So I got to pick my version first. And because I drafted
Did you really?
Yeah, exactly. Because I drafted Charmander, I was like, either I could take a big risk and play blue or red against Brock with a Charmander. In hindsight, I probably should have, but I chose yellow. So yellow is considered the complete version. It's the extra one. It's the crystal. It's the emerald of Gen 1. Platinum. There you go. I think that's where they stopped doing it. But my counter tables are better, but my gym leader levels are higher. But mostly I picked yellow to necessitate me not wiping on Brock right away is the big reason I picked yellow. And I will not actually have... So I have a Pikachu this week, and I actually will not have access to my starter until next week when we get to old Misty.
You get it this week, like before Misty?
Yeah, you get it before Misty. You go up the Nugget Bridge, and there's a trainer right there that gives it to you. So
Okay.
A fire type right
Yeah.
before the water.
yeah,
Wow.
How convenient.
you get the Bulbasaur in Cerulean City too, but that doesn't do me any good. You don't get Squirtle till Vermilion. So, but the lessening of the blow of me taking yellow is that I do have better encounter tables, so hopefully I'll be able to make something work here. I'm confident. Me and Pikachu are going to go all the way. That's a lie. Pikachu's going to get benched around Gym 4. But anyways, so then, Zed, you got the next choice for your versions, and
I went with blue version. Partly because, once again, when I was a kid, that was the version I had. But also, it's the version with Meowth, and I'm really crossing my fingers hoping for Meowth. I feel like he is a very strong Pokemon to have.
the big slash abuser, Gen 1.
I don't think the encounter rate's very good, and it's like only in one patch of grass, so I'm not really crossing my fingers that hard, but...
And speaking of Slash, you also get access to Sandshrew in that version.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I was
true.
not super happy when I found out I'd been denied one of my favorites.
You didn't have a choice now that I know you didn't. That Zed didn't go first.
Yeah.
So you got forced on red. What do you think about Pokemon Red there, Vimbert?
I mean, it exists. It has a whole lot of encounters that I don't care about instead of the encounters for Pokemon I like. So I'll make it work. I'm glad I'm not playing yellow.
Thank you.
That's kind of about it.
Yeah,
That's the fun part about a Nuzlocke, though, is getting Pokemon you wouldn't normally use.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Just Sandshrew, man.
The goat.
Oh well.
And this is your first. This will be your first Nuzlocke that hopefully you complete, right?
Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to mention this when I was talking about my history. I have never played a Gen 1 game through to completion.
There you go.
Only played Gen 2, so this is not only going to hopefully be my first completed Nuzlocke, my first completed Gen 1 game.
There you
Double
go.
disadvantage.
You do
I
it.
feel like all of you should have also played all of the gens before we jumped into this.
Nah, we'll be fine.
Nah.
We'll be fine. Like if
I feel like I have like a huge advantage in just the fact that I'm like, oh yeah, I know this area. Like
If it was-
there's a hidden TM over here or something, you know?
if it was skewed the other way, like you and Vimbert had both played all of them, I would be like, yeah, shit, I ain't doing any of this. I'm gonna play them all through first, but we'll be fine. Yeah, it's a Nuzlocke. We'll make it. We'll make it count. But I don't know if you wanna kick it off into the rules, get this done and over with.
All right.
Sure.
All right. So the rules we're gonna be posted in our Discord, which I can link here momentarily. If you're following along on Twitch, if you're in the YouTube watching the YouTube video, I'll get it in the little show notes here. I'm gonna the goal of Pokeboomers is to play Pokemon, but also make me not garbage at YouTube. Be better at it. So we'll see which one takes first.
Man, that's the dream right there.
There you go. Be good at YouTube instead of just putting this was uploaded from Hugh Gaming's Twitch on all my videos, basically.
But it's so easy.
It is.
Quick and dirty of the rules is just the standard 3 rules of Nuzlocke. You know, catch the first and only first Pokemon in each area. You get to get Pokemon that counts as your encounter. Permadeath, if one of your Pokemon faints, you have to get rid of it or store it in a box forever. Nickname all your Pokemon, and then we add some other things. Some of which kind of just by agreement, some of which by we needed it to make Showdown work.
Yeah. So start off if you Wape. If all the Pokemon, so Wape, obviously white out. If all the Pokemon on your team die, it's game over. Even if you have Pokemon on your PC, it doesn't matter. You're starting over from catching your starter again. You cannot catch more than one of the same Pokemon. So we have a dupes clause in effect now after... Oh, let's see. We gotta turn you guys up a
The
little
discovery that Pokemon Showdown hates fun and won't let me run my youngster Joey dream of having a team of nothing but Rattatas.
So this was a little background of our thing. I was super against the...
Here comes the salt.
I was super against the not having a dupes clause. I think a dupes clause is good because it makes people's teams different and you don't get like 8 Pidgeys, basically. In Gen 1 especially. You're going to get a bunch of Rattatas and a bunch of Pidgeys, you know. And it only happened to one of us. So it wasn't... I guess I was proven wrong, but after we realized, like Vimbert said, that Showdown didn't want us to have fun, quote unquote, air quotes around fun, we implemented a dupes clause of 5. So how a dupes clause works is you get 5 chances, right? Say I catch a Rattata on Route 1. I go to Route 2, I run to a Rattata. That's dupes 1. So on and so forth, up to dupes 5. And on the 5th time, you just forfeit the encounter for that route. So it gives you a little wiggle room, but not... I feel like later in the game and water routes, you'll start to dupes out. I feel like that's probably where we'll see our first dupes out if we're lucky. I know Vimbert got close, but I'll let him talk about that when he goes over his week.
Yeah, I mean, if you get a Tentacool, you're pretty much...
Yeah, you're pretty much set.
It.
Yeah, if you're surfing on the water routes. There's fishing options on some of them, but yeah. Borrowing, I'm going to do a little self-plug. Borrowing from the Hulock, you're winning Elite Four team. It becomes banned in the future generations. So after Gen 1, the Pokemon team that we take to fight old Lance. Oh, spoiler for Vimbert, who hasn't completed a Gen 1 game.
Oh, God!
The whole game
that was in Gen 2.
The whole game's ruined. But actually, it kind of ruins Gen 2, actually, then, if you think about it. But
Oops.
Because it's so story-driven. This is so important.
It hasn't been out for 20 years. Hey, it's been out for like 20 years, guys. How old do you feel? But your Elite Four team will be banned in future generations. So what a banned Pokemon does is just puts it on the dupe table at the start of the run. So let's say I have a Zubat, or I have a Golbat on this team. So next when we go to Gen 2 and I run to 1,000 Zubats, they're all considered dupes, and I won't get access to Crobat either. So that's something you got to think about. The only thing that is kind of a little different that's not in the notes, and we can decide this right here on the fly. EVs, are we doing the same way I did the evolutions in the Hulock?
If you mean by, like, if you evolve Jolteon in one, you can still get the other evolutions in other games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Okay, well, there's the EV rule right there. EV clause has been implemented live. I see. There you go. Perfect. Thank you, Mr. Vimbert.
It would just suck to ban 7 Pokemon because you used one.
Well, Eevee only has 5 evolutions according to me, so...
Okay, Boomer.
Exactly.
Wait, it has more than 5?
It does.
It's got 7 or 8, I think.
Jesus.
All right, next rule.
Anyway, go on.
The level cap. Level cap, according to next gym leader's ace. We can delete that. Sometimes rival and villain boss.
Oh.
And then, so our first cap for this week was 14. We are basing the level caps off red and blue because yellow has different gym levels and they're harder, but we'll make it work. And we're going to do that, I think, going forward, too. It's going to be based off it's the majority, right? So red and blue are the majority, minority. You go off the majority is how we decide the level caps.
Fair enough.
Okay. Oh, rule number 7, a rule that's important for certain reasons we'll get to.
How would this be relevant?
Oh, man. So if you lose your rival battle at the beginning before receiving Pokeballs, so Nuzlockes traditionally start after you get Pokeballs, it does not count as a wipe, but you don't receive points and you lose points for fading. So the coin flip battle in the beginning, or if you're just bad at Pokemon, I don't know who loses their rival fight at the start.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It would be pretty embarrassing.
Pretty bad Pokemon trainer, if I do say so myself. All right, rule number 8: no experience all devices, like in Sword, but experience share is okay. So we're okay with the individual items. We're not doing the experience all until we're basically forced to. I don't think there's a way to turn it off.
I think that's Gen 8 is when it's forced.
So we will have to be doing some switch training. Rule 9.
Increase the danger, increase the tension.
Exactly. Rule number 9 does not apply until Gen 6. Rule number 10, no using items in battle. Hold items are okay in later generations, not an issue in Gen 1. So we're not allowed to just use potions, or we can't do the speedrunner cheese of giving Nidoking and X accuracy and horn drill and everything to death. We are not allowed to use... The only items we are allowed to use in battle are ball items. Our battle mode must be set to set, as most Nuzlocks are. I think set, I don't know if I can go back to playing shift mode after I've played set for so long.
I want to go back to playing shift mode after playing set.
I feel like it's good training for competitive play.
Yep.
All right.
And so now that the first draft's been decided, how we'll do the drafts moving forward is we're going to draft for Star Pokemon. Winner gets first choice, and then reverse. You go down, and then reverse for the game version. So kind of like what we did before, but...
We just rolled dice the first time.
Yeah.
Yep.
So in-game trades are okay. I haven't even looked at them yet. I'm going to be totally honest. I know you said you can trade an Abra for a Mr. Mime, right? That's one of them.
So I think you could trade Spearow for a Farfetch'd.
Right. Yep, you can. For ducks. Ducks.
The mighty duck.
Those are okay. So trade evolutions, there are ways to allow trade evolutions in totally legit copies of the game, but we're not using those ways for now. I say under my breath. So just trade evolutions in the game are okay. If you cannot access the next rule, if you cannot access the next portion of your game due to not owning Pokemon that can learn a necessary HM move, i.e. needing to surf across water, you can catch and use a Pokemon for using that HM and that only that HM. It cannot be used in battle of all your Pokemon except for the HM Mule feint. It counts as a wipe. Once you obtain a Pokemon that can learn that HM, you must remove the HM Mule.
Yeah, so that's a lot to take in. Basically, if you need to get across an area and you need to like surf, but you don't have anything that can surf, you can catch a Pokemon just to surf across that area, but you can't use it like to play the game.
Yeah. Basically, it's like you have 5 Pokemon rather than 6. You have 5 Pokemon in a surfboard.
And then as soon as you catch a Pokemon that can learn that HM, though, it needs to go away, too.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
It's basically just so you don't get soft blocked.
Yep, because that is the thing that will happen. All right, if your first encounter on the route is a set Pokemon such as Snorlax, that counts as your encounter. If that set Pokemon happens to be on your banned list, then you can go to the grass for your first encounter. 5 Pokemon and a boat. Yes. But, so I guess that's the only real example of it, and it won't even be an issue in this game, I don't think. Unless you... Actually, it might. Now that I think about it. The route east of...
There's 2 Snorlaxes, so depending on how you go about...
Yeah, the route west of Celadon, you can't access the grass until you clear the Snorlax. Yeah. So... that will be the only situation that arises, and I don't think it's not a huge issue in it's not an issue in Gen 2 at all, and I don't know about the rest of them, but so like I said, it's mainly if the Pokemon's on your ban list, mainly if you use Snorlax in this one, like you can, when you have to move him the next time, it doesn't count as your encounter. All right, Rule 16, we're almost there, we're almost to the bottom of them. There's 19 rules. After each gym battle, all players will battle each other with their teams used in the gym battle. If somebody levels a Pokemon over the level cap during the gym battle, the remaining players can level one member of their team to the same level to ensure an even playing field. So how that works is, let's say, we'll just use a example that hits close to home. Let's say one of these boys with their Squirtle and their Bulbasaur being all super effective against Brock lets their Squirtle get to 15. So then I would get to pick one Pokemon on my team that I leveled to 15 to match it. It's kind of advantage. It doesn't seem like an advantage now when our pool of Pokemon is very limited, but later on it can be an advantage for your competitors, choosing what you want to be stronger. But like I said, we'll battle on Showdown, which we'll be doing at the end of the podcast here with those teams that we beat the gym with. We encourage spying on other streams. We have a set stream schedule. I stream Thursday and Saturday. Those are my 2 days. Zed is Sunday and Monday. Vimbert is Tuesday, Wednesday. And then, of course, we're here Friday night all together. So we got Pokemon 7 days a week over on our channel.
Coming at you live 7 days a week.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Rule that doesn't... Oh, this applies in Gen 2, so I might as well just talk about it now. Eggs count as the encounter for the area where they hatch. So not the area where you get the egg, but where you hatch the egg. It becomes the encounter. Safari Zone. You get... we're going to talk about that one. You get one encounter for each individual zone within the Safari Zone. Except if you're watching YouTube, yes. But for those watching Twitch, they'll be up there. Okay. And then the Safari Zone rule, you get one encounter for each individual zone within the Safari Zone, which will be hard in Gen 1. And Gen 2,
it's just straight up not a thing.
Yeah. Gen 3, it's easier to tell when you switch. It's really hard to tell when you switch zones in Gen 1. Well, we'll talk about that later.
All right.
So then we move to the point scale. These points is what we're going to be measuring our journey with. You have a gym win equaling 25 points. A rival win equals 10 points. PvP win, so in our Showdown wins, is worth 15 points. We have the legendary birds. We will not be able to catch any legendary birds, but we can battle them. Their points being Moltres is worth 5 points, Zapdos is worth 10 points, and then Articuno is worth 15 points. So you can get, they're like bonus points. If you want to risk it to go after them and battle them, you can for some points. Moltres you can run into without trying. Zapdos, you have to go a little out of your way, and Articuno, you have to go a lot of way out of your way. So that's
Maybe
why
the desperation measures.
Yeah, exactly. If
I can think of at least one person who might do that.
I will definitely be going after week 1. I'm gonna have to. So so then we go into what is going to cause us negative points. We have deaths. The death of our Pokemon equals 5 points minus.
-5, of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then
Pokemon. Yeah.
And then a whiteout is negative 25 points.
Yep.
So,
on top of the individual death subtraction. So if you had 2 Pokemon on your team and you wiped, you would lose 35 points.
Yep. It's
25 for the wipe and then 10 more for the 2 Pokemon.
It might
and
be.
then, of course, you have to fight your way back up to where we're at.
Yep. It might be the most vicious rule we have. So
It's quite punishing.
yeah, it's very much the rich get richer, the poor get poorer. At that point, I feel like if you wipe, poof, you better play it perfectly the rest of the time and hope that your competitors do stupid stuff. Maybe someone like false wipes in the beginning to boost everybody's confidence to maybe bait them into a sense of false security, but I don't know.
I guess we should add that you can go negative.
Yeah, you can go negative.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who's gone negative. Yeah, the team of 6, so you could lose up to 55 points for a wipe. Yeah. Which is pretty big. It's a lot of points to lose. But I think the rules are finally over.
That's it.
That's it. Like I said,
now that we've put the audience to sleep.
Yeah, exactly. That was more of like a liability thing that I could just be like, oh, we talked about in episode 1.
The Pokeboomers lawyers said we had to.
And like I said, that information will be available in the Discord and the Pokeboomers channel in the Take the Shot Media Discord.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I think we're ready to move to the actual meat and potatoes of this podcast, our Nuzlocks. And I started the week, so I can go first. So, I started my journey in Old Pallet Town by getting my starter, Pikachu, a.k.a. Magnum Dong. That name picked out by the winner of our Pokemon promo tournament. So we have Magnum Dong the Pikachu, right? And then I immediately go get my ass kicked by my rival. The rival battle at the start. So, that put me at... How many points did that put me negative? It put me at... it put me at -5. So I started the run at -5 points. Didn't get any points, but I only had the Pikachu, and it doesn't count as a wipe. So, we started off nice and early like that. Eevee was just out for blood. There might have been a crit in there. I don't know. I never got any Growl charity like my co-host did. It was just...
I don't know what you're referring to, sir.
It was just straight tackles. That Eevee had blood in his mouth and his eyes were red. I saw it. Okay, I was there. Don't tell me I'm a liar.
He looked me in the eyes and said, "Let's get it on."
Exactly. My rival Vimbert whooped my ass the first round. So, reeling from defeat, I trudged and did all the stuff to get Pokeballs, and then my Nuzlocke officially started. I doubled back to Route 1 where I caught a Pidgey, which I named Vimbird, which is a shout out to my boy Vimbert, obviously, but it was also the name of my Fearow when I Nuzlocke Gen 1 the first time. That went with me all the way to the Elite Four. He was on my Hall of Fame team.
What was the Fearow named after?
Vimbert.
Oh, they both were.
They're both named Vimbird. They were both. So hopefully, the Pidgey carries that same energy that Fearow did the entire game. I doubt it.
I believe.
I doubt it. After that, I went to Route 2, and I got a Rattata. Whoa, a Pidgey and Rattata right away in Gen 1? Crazy.
What are the odds?
Weird. How does that work, right? That's when I was... I think... No, Vimbert didn't have any dupes. I didn't have any dupes, ironically, even though I was throwing the temper tantrum about the dupes clause. But my Rattata is named Cheese Whiz, after my Rattata in my first Nuzlocke, who got murdered horribly early in the game. After Route 2, I went to Route 22, where I caught These Hands, the Mankey. which was my unique encounter. I was hoping for a Nidoran boy or girl, but we'll take the Mankey. We needed a tool on Route 22 to fight Brock, so not knowing if I was gonna get a dupes at the time, I was really scared. So Route 22 was like this decides how fucked I am at the start of this thing. And I got the Mankey who gets access to low kick at 8 or 9. I can't remember off the top of my head, and that was all we needed. After that, I whooped my rival's ass, got revenge, beat him up, took his lunch money. I kept the level cap too. I stayed level 9. I fought him mano a mano. That's when we were still worried about the cap rules, but we're not worried about that anymore. But revenge was had. After that, I moved to Viridian Forest where I caught a Metapod. So for those not familiar with that, if you just catch a Metapod, it only knows Harden. So my Metapod was level 5, so it was a good 5 levels of just switch training that thing to our cap of... Well, I just had to give him to 10 until he evolved into Butterfree. We named the Metapod Bobby after the Golden King of the Hill skit, the King of the Hill Pokemon skit, on the hopes that he was going to make it to Butterfree, which he did. After the Viridian Forest encounter, there was a whole lot of grinding, but then we went to Brock, and I think it was pretty... The first trainer, I think, was scarier than Brock, because the first trainer has a Sandshrew and a Diglett in yellow.
I definitely had more trouble with him, too.
Yeah, because I was like, shit, I really don't have an answer for Sandshrew, but then I remember my Butterfree had Confusion. I just blasted him. And then I kept Sandshrew and Butterfree at 13, and then I went to Brock and used... I didn't have a Sandshrew, I wish. I kept my Mankey and Butterfree at 13, and then I went to Brock and beat Brock with those two. Brock, despite being the rock gym leader, has no rock moves or ground moves, which are his Pokemon's typing. But that was my week. I think, Zed, you went next. Let's talk about it. I was
next. All right. Well, like I said, I played blue. I added the starter, Bulbasaur, and his name is Slagathor, is how I believe it's pronounced. It's Slagathor. That was given to him by, I believe, J-Bob, our very own J-Bob. I won my first rival battle, obviously.
You're a Pokemon master, clearly.
Yeah. It actually was a very scary battle. I did not think I was going to come out, but then I got some mercy growls at the last
charity.
minute.
Oh, sorry. I might have to go blow my nose. It was weird. All he had to do was scratch.
Some people.
All he had to do was scratch once. That's it. That's all he had to do was scratch once. Sorry, I'm done. All right, I'm done. Continue.
Yep. Throughout my gameplay, I learned that my Bulbasaur is actually legally blind. It's not completely, but legally, he can't get a driver's license. So he does miss his tackles a lot. Let's see. Then I caught... Rattata was my first encounter. And his name was... what was his name? What do we call him? Norgon.
Yeah, Norgon.
I had so many weird names. After that, I went to Route 22, where I caught a Nidoran female. I did not catch another Rattata. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen.
It was always a Nidoran.
We didn't have to retcon a rule because Showdown? No, that's not a thing. That's not a thing that happened.
Nobody asked any questions about the Rattata. I have Metallica, the Nidoran female.
There you go. I'm glad you kept the name. I wasn't sure if you were going to keep the name.
Yeah, of course. It was always Metallica the whole time. Then I moved up to Route 2 where I caught a Caterpie, which surprised me. I did not remember any bug Pokemon being outside the Viridian Forest, but lo and behold, I caught a Caterpie, and then inside Viridian Forest... Well, actually, no. Then I went and did the next rival battle, and I won that one too. Then I went into Viridian Forest where I was really crossing my fingers for a Beedrill, and yes, I caught a Kakuna, which, same thing as your Metapod. He only knows Harden, and he didn't get an attack until level 12.
Oof.
which was Fury Attack, which isn't really great anyway. So
Quick side note, that's actually a really rare occurrence, right? There's like a 5% chance that you get the Kakuna.
I think someone said that it was a 5% chance. Yeah.
Yep. So that was interesting that you managed to get both bugs, which is going to play a factor this week's PvP. But continue.
Yeah. So that created my team now, all 5. Slagathor the Bulbasaur, Seinfeld the Beedrill, because I spelled it wrong. It was supposed to be Seinfeld after Jerry Seinfeld in the Bee Movie, but I spelled it wrong. It's Seinfeld. Norgon Rattata, Metallica Nidoran, and Lowly the Butterfree. I trained them all up, and we went and beat Brock, and I did not have any losses this week.
Oh, so your point total... Oh, sorry, I forgot. My point total going into PvP is 30. And then...
I think mine's 45.
Yep, yours would be 45 then.
Yep. That brings it to me, Vimbert. I started off, unfortunately, in red version with my starter, Squirtle, who, well, someone named the right to name it, earned the right to name it. It wasn't me, because I didn't do well in the tournament. And that is Halibel, but because I'm an idiot, I put in Hailbell, so it just kind of has to be misspelled forever, and I'm very sorry.
No name changer in Gen 1. You gotta own it.
I think there is, actually. I think there is.
Is there? Well,
I think Lavender Town.
Okay, cool. I'll have to give that a look. I handily beat my first rival battle.
Jeez, I'm against 2 Pokemon Masters. Fuck.
It was actually kind of the most crushing victory in that first one, because all my rival did was just sit there and growl. Like, I think I maybe got hit by a couple tackles. That was it.
I hate you guys already. I hate you guys so much.
It was pretty great. I moved on to Route 1, where I got my first encounter, Rattata, who I nicknamed Snitch, because he's a rat. Route 22, I got a Nidoran female, which, interesting bit of trivia, it's also one of those 5% encounters. It's more likely to get a male Nidoran, who I named Revia after my cat, and also the protagonist of Soul Nomad and the World Eaters, one of my favorite games. Then, going into Route 2, I caught a Pidgey. Always happy to see my favorite Pokemon line from Gen 1, although it was fairly inevitable, which I named Drone as both a reference to my Pidgeot that I used in our kickoff tournament, and the Birds Aren't Real movement, which I love to meme on. Moving into Viridian Forest, I caught a Weedle, which I named Poisocane, because Archer reference. We then went into podcast grinding mode for a while, and I almost forgot to do my second rival battle, because after being deathly afraid of triggering it when I was getting my Route 22 encounter, somebody in chat said, "Oh hey, there's the second rival," and I was like, oh god, there is. Went back and over-leveled him a little bit, but it was pretty easy.
I'm gonna need the name of that person in chat so I can find him IRL. I could have used you not getting those points, so
I will never divulge my sources. And then I went in no Pokemon underleveled, everything at level 14. Did a whole complicated battle plan breakdown. Basically, I threw my whole team at him and just embarrassed Brock, left him a broken shell of a man, debuffed all his accuracy, defense, attack to absolute minimum, and then had Hailbell swoop in with the kill with that cold-blooded bubble. So I also ended the week with 45 points.
I was there. It was basically I was watching Bully in real time is what had happened.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was going full Pokemon supervillain with it. Team Rocket should have recruited me.
Exactly.
Like, that basically was my audition right there.
You know what? I check your mailbox actually, make sure that there's not a flyer in there for Team Rocket. But
oh man, you're right. You're right. You guys can carry the podcast for a bit, right?
Yeah. Go get your mail, man. So, would anything kind of surprise you guys about the first week, really, or was it kind of business as usual?
I was very surprised. Go ahead.
No, please. You have something better to say than I do.
Oh, here we go.
All right. So, me, having not played through Gen 1 in its entirety, I did play a little bit of Yellow just to kind of get in the mindset of it, but that was a few months ago. I was surprised by this first little stretch going up to Brock, how few trainers there were. Like, there were a few in Viridian Forest, and that's pretty much it. And then Brock is kind of a level spike.
Yep.
I had to do more grinding than I absolutely needed to do because Squirtle could have just gone in there and murdered everyone. But to actually get up to his level, it was a fair bit of work. That was surprising to me to have it immediately not ramp up that much because Brock isn't a huge challenge, but that took me by surprise a bit.
Now Zed's gonna say, "I'm surprised that you lost your first rival battle. Let's get it out of your system. Let's go."
No, I would never. I would never make fun of you for that. That's terrible.
A humiliating loss to Zedword.
It's Vimbert.
Anyway, for me, yeah, it was a business as usual kind of thing. I agree what Vim said about the Brock having the higher level than everything else, and it just took a long time to grind up to it. So.
Yeah. And for those like following along with the challenge or those like watching the streams, this is the egregious week of grinding in the Gen 1 games. So the only other time that it might get a little grindy is around Sabrina time frame, maybe Sabrina Koga time frame. But basically after this first week, it's smooth sailing until the Elite Four. So it should be much better, like I said, for those following along or those watching in terms of grinding.
Yep.
We just start incredibly weak, so you get turned off right away. It's great.
Yeah.
But no,
it's rough. There's only like 3 or 4 trainers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was very encouraged by you were kind of telling me that, Hugh, and it was like, okay, it's good that this is the worst the grinding gets for a while.
And that doesn't go away in the later gens, by the way. I feel like, especially Gen 2, where I've spent way too much time. Gen 2
is grindy.
Gen 2 is really grindy, but the first gym in Gen 2 is level 9 as opposed to 14, so it's a little better, but yeah.
Gen 2 used to be my favorite game, and then I got older and I was like, fuck, I have to grind a lot in this game. I am over this.
So no one panic. The worst of the grinding's over till the Elite Four, but by the Elite Four we'll have more options, and it won't be just a bunch of switch training and tackles. Well, it'll still be switch training maybe, but it's not just gonna be like I use tackle, quick attack, tackle, quick attack. All right. Anything else you guys want to add about your weeks in Nuzlocke playing?
No. Should we go over to our followers' weeks now?
No, but first, if we would have had any deaths, this would be the section where we'd honor our fallen. But thankfully, we all avoided the Reaper this week.
I mean, I guess we honor your zombie Pikachu.
Yeah, my undead Pikachu. He came back, did a little Pokemon alchemy. It only cost me my arm. It's fine. But yeah, this is where we would honor our fallen. But like I said, no dead Pokemon this week. Yay! But yeah, we can move to the follow along section for those that are following along with us over on the Discord. Be sure if you're following along, you can jump in at any time. You might have to do a little catching up now that week 1's over. But if you follow along with me and the other host, just send me a message on Discord before now, basically, before Friday.
Before Friday.
And we'll get you in the show and we'll shout you out.
Yeah, so our first community participation comes from our very own J-Bob. I began my Pokemon journey by getting the Pokemon that Oak wanted me to have in Eevee. A little bit of an editor's note here. He asked us, hey, can I modify the ROM so I get an Eevee rather than a Pikachu? And we said, yeah, that's fine. Have fun. After that, I ran to Viridian and got the parcel, ran back, got the dex and the map. Ran back to Viridian and got Pokeballs. I then captured Pidgey for the first route, then Nidoran Boy west of Viridian. Beat the rival fight, ran into Viridian Forest, and caught a Caterpie. Then after leaving the forest, I caught a Nidoran Girl. I leveled the team to 12 and faced Brock. Right? He's got both. I'm jealous. I won the battle, but lost Nidoran Girl.
There it is. We can honor the fallen of J-Bob's Nidoran Girl, R.I.P. Taken too soon.
And Caterpie is now a Butterfree. And that was J-Bob's week.
He created the power couple and then tore them apart.
Exactly.
I know.
All right.
I will give out the story of Gavin. First of all, easy AF as fuck. Named my guy Daddy-O. I don't know why. Pikachu is Freddy. Route 1 encounter was a Pidgey who I named Rocco, and who I almost killed with Pikachu. Route 2 encounter was Nidoran female who I named Rim. Very happy about that one. Route 22 encounter was Minky, named Spike. Clutch as fuck. And the Viridian Forest encounter was a Caterpie who I named Fodder. Didn't have anything die, in fact. Brock is probably crying after I one-shot him with low kick. So, no losses for Gavin. Good week for him.
Monta Style didn't send a message, but he's following along as well. I don't know his total, but we could have potentially another three Pokeboomers in the shadows. You never know. Waiting to usurp us. We have
hundreds of followers by now.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah. If you're getting this video in 2,210, yeah, thousands. So, all right. I think it's almost that time where I remove the Pokeboomers tag, little cover on the stream, and we get to our PvP. So,
who's first?
You two are first, since I'm the loser. I am in last place, and you guys are tied. So how it's going to work is you two will battle first, then the loser passes the proverbial controller. Okay, whoops. Wrong one. Boom. Let me know when you guys is I don't need this right now. I'm just deleting everything on the stream. I have a cheater blinder for my Pokemon Showdown, so you guys can't stream snipe me.
Oh man.
So
my strategy, my only hope.
The battle is Gen 1 OU, and we'll be taking our teams from the Nuzlocke into the Pokemon Showdown. We'll be doing a little commentary we'll be able to watch as we go. We probably could have set this up earlier, but we're bad at this, so.
Yeah, well.
And then we can plug it now while they're setting this up. Afterwards, if you're following along, we're gonna refresh the stream and gonna go Pokeboomers After Dark. It's the edgier content where we battle all the followers and everything. Those are following along. We'll smoke cigarettes and not talk about it because it's a Fight Club-esque Pokemon battling.
We are doing Gen 1 OU for this one.
Yep, Gen 1 OU is the format.
All right, the battle is started.
Battle is up.
All right, let me do a little introductions here. In the blue corner, we have Zedword leading with his trusty boy, Slagathor, the legally blind Bulbasaur. In the red corner, we have Vimbert, the gentleman himself, as you can see, leading with Revia, the Nidoran female. Gentlemen, let's go to war.
I'm going to be honest with you. I totally didn't think about, if I put this as my first Pokemon, he's going to be my first Pokemon.
You didn't worry about the leads. Slagathor leading with Leech Seed. Revia answers with a Poison Sting. Leech Seed sucking back a little bit of HP. Our opponents stare at each other. Slagathor with a Tackle. Revia answers back with a Scratch. Leech Seed again sucking more HP out of Revia. Slagathor, another strong tackle, bringing Revia down to 61-57, followed by the Leech Seed, but misses the Scratch. Slagathor misses the tackle. Okay, it's even now. They both missed.
There's my blind Bulbasaur.
There he is. He's earning the title. Legally blind. Take that man's driver's license away from him. Slagathor. Tackle. Revia. Poison Sting. The commentary is going to get better when we get more moves. Revia sitting at 32, down to 18% after that tackle. The Scratch answers back. Bulbasaur sitting at a comfortable 61%. Slagathor, the Leech Seed on, doing work. We see the first KO of the match. Revia goes down to the tackle. Out comes Snitch, the Rattata, the mean streets of Route 1, right? Route 1?
Yeah, Route 1.
Yeah, the mean streets of Route 1. Born and bred. The Hyper Fang misses. Oh, you hate to see he gets another Leech Seed off. Hyper Fang this time connects, doing 50% of the damage. Leech Seed goes off, and he gets the flinch on Slagathor. Slagathor not able to react. He's at 16 HP. The quick attack, the priority stab, quick attack, takes Slagathor out. Snitch staying strong at 95%, but that Leech Seed is on him. How will Zedward answer to Snitch? He answers it
I know how.
with Norgon, the Rattata. We see the Rattata mirror match. The Hyper Fang goes off. Snitch being faster than Norgon. Norgon says, here's a Hyper Fang in return, bringing Snitch down to 35%. The switch to Butterfree. Lowly comes out. Snitch answers with a Hyper Fang, taking Lowly down to 61% after the Leech Seed. Takes a little HP back. Oh, the confusion says, good night, Snitch. Snitch goes down. How will Vimbert answer the threat that is Lowly, the Butterfree? Here comes Poisokane, the Beedrill. The two combatants stare each other down. That's super effective. It's confusion, answered by a Fury attack. Hits once, hits twice, hits 3 times. Down to 40%. Confusion, critical hit, super offensive, and effective. Enough to take Poisokane down. Vimbert down to 2 Pokemon. The drone comes out. Is he real? Is he a camera? We don't know. Confusion, 39% damage. The sand attack, going for that accuracy reduction. The confusion missed. The accuracy decreased. Pain dividends. Gets 2. Oh, there it is. It gets through the sand attacks. The 3 sand attacks going on. Drone at 22% HP. Lowly at 40 with that 3 times minus accuracy. The priority stab quick attack goes out, bringing it to 24. Confusion misses. Drone, quick attack, critical hit. Answers back to Butterfree. 24%. Lowly goes down. Drone hanging strong with 22% HP. Norgon, the Rattata, returns to the battlefield. 2 Titans staring down at each other. Norgon, critical hit, quick attack. We're seeing the crits flying left and right in this battle, folks. 1 Pokemon remaining on Vimbert's side. You see him. It's Hailbell, the Squirtle. Hyper Fang misses on Norgon's side. Squirtle going for that stab bubble, bringing Norgon down to 36% HP. Norgon says, here's a Hyper Fang. Hailbell uses Tackle, 17%. Hailbell is at 63%. Vimbert's final Pokemon. The Tail Whip goes off. Norgon down to 3% after the Tackle. The Hyper Fang, not enough to do the deed, but down to 13% as Norgon answers with the bubble, Hailbell answers with the bubble, taking down Norgon. 2 Pokemon remain on the side. Oh, there's Seinfeld. Not Seinfeld, Seinfeld. Hailbell looking death in the face. Here comes the Fury attack. It misses! The bubble comes out. Losing Seinfeld 10% of his health. Fury attack connects this time. Hits once. Hits twice. That's enough to take Hailbell out. And the victor is Zedward in our first battle.
Leech Seed, what can you say?
Leech Seed strong.
Dude, Pidgey is your good luck charm, man. I gotta admit it.
Yep, Pidgey puts in work for me. It feels the love.
That was a good turnaround there.
Yeah, ultimately not enough, though.
So, you will get 15 points for that, right? Okay. I think that's 15 points.
For Zed.
All right. Now,
And I believe we're doing loser switches off,
yep,
so it's the 2 of you.
Me versus Zedward.
This is where you'll see the real skill come out, folks. They will hit the tackles, the quick attacks at exactly the right time. But no, I'm actually very interested to see what happens here, working with a very limited tool set. What they can pull off. Obviously, Zed could pull off quite a bit against me, because I'm fighting for my life out here.
Yeah, if I was smart, I would have saved the Bulbasaur for your Squirtle, but I'm not smart, and I forgot about all of that, so...
Our battle's up.
By the
Yep,
way,
I have it. We have, starting off, Zedword's again leading with Slagathor. He was coming out with Bobby. He's gonna be okay, Dad.
I'm okay, Dad. we good?
Yep, you're
Okay.
good, you're good.
All right.
Quite an interesting starting matchup here. We got the quick swap out. Oh, maybe a
Ooh.
prediction there, opening with Stun Spore.
that is not something that I have on my Butterfree.
Yeah, that secret yellow tech.
That's the yellow advantage there.
Ah, and a swap out to Magnum Dong. Slowly Confusions for a little bit of damage. Another swap out, it's Bulbasaur. And another Paralysis.
Ooh. Getting all
Interesting.
the paralysis and
I don't know that we have a... Yeah, there is no paralysis clause here, so theoretically you could paralyze the whole team. That's a thing you could do. Oh, and the Leech Seed is the swap into Cheese Whiz. There's the big Hyper Fang. Vine Whip also hitting for good damage, and of course Leech Seed helping out the Bulbasaur there. The two Pokemon are different types. Oh, there's the Hyper Fang. Bulbasaur goes down for the count. As Metallica comes out. What answer will Metallica have for Cheese Whizz's Rampage? Or maybe just switch into Bobby, as Bobby gets scratched for a little bit of damage. So you gotta wonder here if I mean, they're in the channel, so I don't want to speculate too much for tactical. Oh yes, the switch out. It's a Butterfree battle once again. One paralyzed and now roughly at equivalent HP. Can Lowly turn this around? Or is Bobby just too powerful at this point? Got a confusion and a confusion. Bobby coming out slightly ahead there, doing a little bit more damage. And they're the other way around. You got a little bit of variance going on, but they're at roughly equivalent health, and one is paralyzed, so you gotta wonder, could this be a little inevitable?
If your paralyzed could proc, now that'd be great.
That's true, been getting very... Oh, there it is, there it is. He summoned it. Y'all saw it live on stream. Another confusion goes out. Both looking quite low. And Lowly goes down under the weight of the assault from Bobby. As Norgon comes out. Gonna gnaw on Bobby some. Unless... Oh, it's the switch out to these hands, the Mankey. As a quick attack goes out for decent damage, but there's that super effective low kick. Answered by Hyper Fang. Big damage here for these levels that we're looking at. Swap out to Seinfeld the Beedrill, where that low kick hits a not very effective. Thanks to that poison typing. I always forget that it's not flying type, you know. It's got the wings, but nope, just bug poison. Oh, it's a swap into my namesake Vimbird. I'll try not to be... Oh! Big crit on the Fury attack there. Vimbird's starting out a little bit down, swapping into this. Quick attack goes out for good damage. Fury attack misses, making up a little bit of that ground.
I hate Fury attack.
Don't we all? Don't we all? Seinfeld coming out a little bit ahead. Oh, crit on the quick attack. Very nice, very nice. Another a crit on Fury attack. And Vimbird goes down with that third hit.
Fun fact about moves like Fury attack, at least in Gen 1, if the first hit is a critical hit, all of the subsequent ones are also critical hits.
Is it not that way later?
No, I don't think so. Each
Interesting.
one has an individual chance of being a crit.
Well, Cheese Whiz comes out, eats a Fury attack there, but there's that Hyper Fang. Takes down that bee. Alas, Jerry, we salute you. A valiant effort. There's Metallica. Cheese Whiz looking pretty banged up, but those Hyper Fangs cannot be denied. Scratch doing good damage. Cheese Whiz able to get a Hyper Fang out. And there's the scratch, finish him off. But Metallica in rough shape. Zed down to just 2 Pokemon now. Hugh up at 3. And there's Butterfree coming out. Bobby. Packing that confusion, and there it is. Super effective. Takes it down. Can Norgon win it all? Can the power of the Hyper Fang and Quick Attack win this one for Zedward? Crit on Quick Attack and a very auspicious start. Bobby goes down. Magnum Dong gonna finish the job. Unless... The tension. What do they pick? Oh, Quick Attack. Oh no, Hyper Fang.
Oh,
I figured we were gonna go
no.
Quick Attack versus Quick Attack, but unfortunately, that Hyper Fang whiffing. And the Quick Attack.
Woo! That Hyperfang miss, baby!
Oh,
That was
man.
big. Oh man.
You'll love to see it.
So that's 15 points.
I think all my Pokemon are blind.
All right.
All right, good game, man. Getting those paralyses off early. I didn't see that coming. Not this early in the game.
Yeah, Butterfree has a different moveset in yellow. Thanks, anime. All right. We got one more battle. Are you challenging me?
Yeah.
Are
Good.
you challenging me? Shaggy meme goes here. Big shout out to my Snorlax 50-ounce mug that I'm sipping out of.
It is me and you, right, Hugh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There it is. Let us know when you're ready there, Zedword.
I am here. I am watching. We got Butterfree as Hugh's starter and Rava the Nidoran for Vimbert. Vimbert does a switch to Pidgey. Hugh pulls off a Stun Spore, but he misses right away. So that was a very safe switch on Vimbert's part. Hugh, good move, switching to Pikachu. I think Vimbert must have predicted something like that. He brought out the Sand Attack. Pikachu is not looking so hot now. Another switch on Vimbert, trying to get that Pidgey out of Pikachu's range. Snitch comes in, takes a hit from the Thundershock Room, almost loses half of his health. Pikachu goes again with Thundershock, but misses. That Sand Attack showing some effects now. Snitch uses Hyper Fang, does a good chunk of Pikachu's health. Pikachu trying to get off a little bit more damage with Quick Attack. Snitch follows with his own Quick Attack, but since he was slower, he went second. But he did finish off Pikachu. Hugh is answering with Mankey, a good answer. Fighting type against normal type. Will Vimbert switch? Yes, he's bringing out Hail Bell the Squirtle. He can definitely take a hit. During the switch, Mankey used Low Kick, and then he follows it up with another Low Kick, chipping away at at Squirtle's health. Squirtle uses Bubble on Mankey. It actually lowered his speed. That's only about a 10% chance if I'm not mistaken, so good RNG on his part.
Giving you the speed diff, too.
It was just enough speed difference that now Squirtle is outspeeding Mankey, but Mankey is definitely doing damage. One more hit would probably take out Hail Bell. Hail Bell uses Tail Whip, trying to bring down the defense, probably trying to set up a good takedown strategy for the next Pokemon. Mankey uses Low Kick again and misses, so Hail Bell actually has a second chance to hit.
2 critical hits, come on.
A critical hit with Bubble and also lowers the speed again. Mankey is just, he's at half health and he's got half speed and lowered defense. He is not set up for success now. Rava coming out full health, ready to take down this Mankey. Hugh switching, he does not want those stats drops anymore. He brings out Bobby the Butterfree, a good switch. Reva used Scratch and did a little bit of damage to him, but it's not looking too promising. This time, Vimbert switched to drone his Pidgey again, and once again, he would use Stun Spore, this time connecting on Drone, so Drone is now paralyzed. Followed up with a Confusion from Butterfree. That is definitely the move of the century with that. Probably up there with the Hyper Feint from a Rattata. Drone not only took a lot of damage, but he's also confused. He did get a Sand Attack off, and the confusion's gone. Hugh switches to Vimbird, his Pidgey. So now we got a low health paralyzed Pidgey versus a almost full health not paralyzed Pidgey. Oh, the paralyze comes off. They both used Quick Attack and they both did some damage, but now Drone is looking not so sharp. And there it is, another Quick Attack from Hugh's Vimbird, which took out Vimbert's Pidgey.
I regret naming him Vimbird. Sorry, I apologize.
It's very confusing. Vimbird uses... Wait, Vimbird and... No, hold on. Poisicane the Beedrill comes out to match Hugh's Pidgey. What move will he use?
Harden, hopefully.
Fury Attack. It misses. And then, just to top it off, Hugh uses Sand Attack. He says, not today. I already know Fury Attack is inaccurate as fuck.
I don't sense any bitterness in your voice.
You dare use my own magics against me, Hugh?
Vimbird is now following up with Quick Attacks. He's not doing a lot of damage, but he is hoping for some chip. Poisicane the Beedrill uses Fury Attack, gets off 3 hits. It got Vimbird down to about half health. There goes another Fury Attack. 1, 2, 3. Another 3 hits, and that is it. A miraculous defeat. Hugh brings out Butterfree. That is not a good matchup, Bob. What will he do? Well, let's see. Butterfree's Confusion surprisingly did not take down the Beedrill, and Beedrill, despite his accuracy drop and the horrible accuracy of Fury Attack, gets off 4 hits from Fury Attack.
Yeah, I think that Sand Attack actually buffed your accuracy.
Definitely.
Unfortunately, that Butterfree also seems to be taking hits well. Another Fury Attack. Beedrill outspeeding the Butterfree this time, but he missed. And then Butterfree uses Confusion and critical hit and a little bit of overkill. He takes down the Beedrill. Vimbert now takes out Snitch. Is he hoping to get off a Hyper Feint before the Butterfree? Looks like he might have been because he didn't go for a Quick Attack. Butterfree outsped him and took it down with Confusion. Vimbert is now left with Reva, full health Nidoran, but that is a type advantage if I ever saw one. He actually survived 1 Confusion. Reva uses Scratch, but that's not enough. Odds are he's not going to survive the next round. There it is. Final move, Confusion. Once again, Hugh takes a win. Getting his points back for the week.
GG.
3 critical confusions in a row, Hugh? Really?
GG, man. GG.
Oof.
Yeah, I want to see your stat sliders. I want to see that you did not.
I just maxed.
Give some boost.
I just put like 600 IVs in my speed for my Butterfree actually.
Yep. There we go.
That was the play actually. No, I was really surprised that I definitely thought Bubble was going to do more damage to my Mankey, but I guess it didn't.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, like I was like, do I stay in with the Mankey? But no, good games, both you guys. They were close. And I've redeemed myself for wiping up my rival.
Yes, that was definitely the boost you needed.
Yep.
The redemption arc.
Which is why both me and Vimbird on the side decided we would just give you the win.
Oh, hey,
yeah.
guys, I apprate it. I really do. I needed that
had to toss
boost.
some crits in there just to make sure that it wasn't thrown out. Oh wait, God, we're still live. Oh,
I appreciate you using your ties to Pokemon Showdown to tilt the odds in my favor. All right, so the new point total, I would go to 60 then with those wins, and then
I remain at 45.
Okay.
And I think that also puts me at 60.
Ooh.
Yes, indeed.
So very interesting, going from tied with Vimbert to tied with Hugh.
But it's still anybody's race, though. So a new total.
Oh, this is only week 1, people.
Yep. So 60, 60, 45.
Out of the 65 week part of Gen 1. So stay tuned.
Yep. So next week, let's get on to where we're going next week. We are going after Misty. And someone better quote me on this. I might be wrong. I think the level cap is 22. No, 21. Excuse me. Let me look. We should have checked that
right.
beforehand.
Is it based off of yellow or red and blue this
Red
time?
and blue. Red and blue for the
it's
entirety.
21.
Okay, our new level cap will be 21 for Misty. So our journey to get to Misty, though, is much different than our journey to get to Brock. As in, there's a lot of trainers. So we're going to be going Route 3. Will be a potential encounter. We'll be chopping our way to Mount Moon. And then Route 4, if you're following along with us at home, I kind of gave my co-hosts the speeches already. But when you're doing Route 4, it does the Viridian Forest thing like in the first episode. So as soon as you go all the way over, as far as you can go over east, it becomes Route 4 in that patch of grass. And that going up to that Poke Center, that's all Route 4. So you go from 3 to 4 pretty quick. So be careful. Don't get an extra encounter there. But, sorry, I got to hide the blinder. There we go. We're good now. After Route 4, you go into Mount Moon, where we're all going to get Zubats. Let's not kid ourselves. Everybody will
Zubats.
Everybody will run into Zubat. Maybe a Geodude.
Geodude's not too uncommon.
Yeah.
I'd be happy with Geodude.
I need you guys not to get Geodudes because oh my god, Mankey. Never mind. You guys can get Geodudes. It's fine. Get Geodudes.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
So we'll get through Mount Moon. We'll get to pick our fossils once we get through Mount Moon. Be interesting to see our competitors' choices of fossils. After Mount Moon, we come out and you'll still be on Route 4. So if you didn't get your encounter in the first part of Route 4 on that grass below the Poke Center, you have a chance to get your grass or your encounter in the grass outside there. After which you'll go into Cerulean City. We'll get there first time. You're going to go up that Nugget Bridge, and to your left as you're going north on the Nugget Bridge, there'll be a little patch of grass on the side. That is Route 24, where hopefully my opponents will run to Abras that will teleport away and waste their encounter. But then after that, I get to go get my starter on Route 24. I got to go up and talk to the guy that's going to give me the Charmander, and I'm going to have to level it from 5 to 21. Not bitter. It's okay.
Not at all.
No. And then we'll have Route 25, where you get another encounter and fight a whole bunch of trainers. As you make your way to Bill, you got to solve his dilemma. After you solve the Bill dilemma, you go through and fight Misty. Misty is history. Then the Team Rocket Grunt, and then that will be where we end the week. Yeah. How you feel, boys? How you feel about the next week coming on?
Oh man, there's a lot of content coming up now.
Yep, I'm looking forward to getting a team that isn't at a horrific disadvantage in PvP.
There's let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more encounters and a whole lot of trainers this week. So it'll be a lot of exciting stuff. And then I have a breaking message from Montestyle following along at home. We'll sneak him in there. Oh. I picked Bulba in blue version, named him Morpheus, then proceeded to get my ass handed to me by a Charmander, so don't feel bad. My man, Monta, you lost on purpose for me. I appreciate it. He proceeded to catch a Pidgey on Route 1, named him Pogy. Pogy, yeah. Podgy. Went to Route 2 and caught a Nidoran female and named her Jeebus, since she's going to carry my run. Fought my rival again after leveling everybody to 8, and realized he outlevels me. Luckily, I came out alive and made it to Brock, catching a Rattata named Stuart, and the fabled Pokemon Blue Weedle. So he also did the rare encounter. Like you said, maybe it's not as rare as we think. Maybe Bulbapedia is wrong. I then I beat Brock with a combination of Leech Seed and switching, so I didn't over level anybody. So that's our third follow along and our third viewer. Like I said, if you want to follow along with us, by all means, follow along and send me a message on Discord. Join our Discord, be part of our community, and we'll shout you out.
Absolutely.
We'll shout you out. We post memes and talk nonsense all day. So Even if you don't want to follow along with Pokeboomers, you can still see some memes. But anything else, co-host? Or are we getting ready to move to After Dark here? Get your cigarettes unrolled from your sleeves like the 50s greasers you are.
I just
For
want
my-
to say that I am so blessed to be with these two guys.
Oh,
Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm glad we're doing this. This is fun, even though I got completely annihilated in the showdown section. Looking forward to having my revenge.
the revenge of Drone and Snitch. The hard streets of Den 1. Well, I'm Hugh with Take the Shot Media and the Pokeboomers, and you can follow me at twitch.tv/Hugh_gaming, the channel you are on right now, or if you're watching on YouTube, there you go. It's right there. Type her out in the chat. But
Yeah.
feel free. Next host, go. Why type?
Oh, I'm Vimbert. You can follow me over at twitch.tv/Vimbert. Also got a YouTube channel. It's linked there, but mostly I do Twitch stuff. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I'll be doing my I have no idea what's going on in Gen 1. Haha, what? I get fossils? Section.
There you go. Yeah, I heard the surprise tone slip out when I said we're getting fossils. You can't
Yeah,
use the
completely
fossil.
forgot that was a thing.
It's not a thing until Cinnabar Island, so you don't have to worry about it for a long time. So grab that
All right.
fossil and put it in your PC.
Maybe I'll just flip a coin. You know, introduce a little more chaos to this Nuzlocke.
Ooh,
There you
I
go.
like that. I like that.
Are we coin flipping all our fossils? I'll do it. I ain't scared.
All right, new rule: coin flip fossil.
Let's go.
It is now canon.
Zed, where can the lovely viewers find you?
All right, so once again, I am Zedword, but that is not the name of my channel. My channel is twitch.tv/playtogether_stay together. So play together, stay together. It's a channel where me and my wife Missy, or also known as Fox, we play usually indie games, but all sorts. We voice our characters. She also plays games like Stardew Valley and Don't Starve Together. I play stuff like Skyrim and stuff, or we'll play games together. And obviously, we're doing Pokeboomers now, so a lot of things going on my channel. Random stuff.
I think we all have kind of our own little side projects going. So obviously we're going to have our Pokeboomer stuff on the scheduled days and our time slots, but I know Vimbert, I called you Vimbert. Vimbert has
Fine.
has Strategy Saturday coming up tomorrow. I'm gonna be doing. I haven't decided if I'm doing Demon Souls or Skyrim yet. We'll see. But I'll be doing that in the morning before I do my Pokeboomer streaming in the evening. And then, like Zedward said, he and his wife, who he just doxed in the cast. Way to go! I think
man.
I doxed her earlier. Actually, my bad, Fox. Don't yell at me.
I don't
But-
know, man.
They are, like we said, they're playing indies and other stuff.
You know,
But yeah,
we're in it. Yeah.
I think with that, we're going to refresh the stream and move Discord channels around, and we're going to get to Pokeboomers After Dark. You can come hang out in the Discord if you want to link that Discord one more time if you want to join. There it is in the chat, and it has been a pleasure. We're the Pokeboomers, and we'll see y'all next week. Hopefully
Peace.
before that.
Until